Let's slide back up to row 10 in the 19th starting position. That is Kyle Larson. Jeff mentioned it, never won on a drafting style track. So he was asked about it this week. Hey, what do you think it would feel like? What would it be in victory lane if you finally won one of these? He goes, I used to think it wouldn't be that big a deal. Anyone can win on a drafting style track. Well, now that it's been years and years of trying, I kind of think it would be big. And of course, it'd be huge because he'd be the
great time to fix it to go green.
Championship 4 if he wins here today.
Why did you always time it on the green flag?
Are getting better and better for SVG. Shane Van Gisbergen. He starts on row 16 with Carson Hosebar. A row behind is Austin Hill, who's had a good weekend here in the Xfinity Series competition. And AJ Armending. Row 18, Cody Ware and Noah Grayson, who has won here in the Xfinity Series. Ricky Stenhouse Jr., defending race winner. Back on row 19 with Anthony Alfredo. And the final row today, BJ McLeod and Casey Mears, as Casey gets closer and closer to that 600th NASCAR start. Hey, Dylan Welsh, tell us more about Chase Elliott.
Well, Diff, of the 4 drivers below the cut line today, not sure if there is a team less flustered by the ground they have to make up than this group right here on the 19. They qualified 25th. Not a worry from a track position standpoint. Where that could present a challenge is on pit road. They don't have the greatest pit stall selection, and in a place where efficiency on pit road can win or lose you the race, crew chief Alan Gustafson told me this morning that's their most prevalent concern at the start of the day. They like the race car here, finished 5th in the spring, and twice before Chase Elliott stood in victory lane at Talladega.
I want to tell you about Busch Light and how Busch Light is giving away $1,000. Follow at Busch Beer on X and enter using hashtag BuschAllForOne, hashtag sweepstakes during every lap that ends in 1 for a chance to win cold and smooth cash. Good luck. Always like to bring you some pep talks, pre-race pep talks with inside the teams. Let's go to Joe Gibbs Racing at 19 of Chase Briscoe.
No, you get there.
Gotta get started by hopefully hang up here at the end of this deal and in the hunt. Obviously gotta get the stage point, come down to execution through the cycle. So
Come on, quit talking.
see what we can do. Go on to the next 2.
Does come down to execution. Unfortunately, there was a little hiccup on pit road last week that prevented Chase Briscoe from being out in front. Last week, he described it the best race car he's ever had. Well, he gets a second chance starting on the front row alongside Michael McDowell. Every single one of these drivers, every single one of these fans, every single one of these teams know that here in Talladega, anything is possible, anything can happen. We're in the round of 8. There's only 2 races to go until we're at Phoenix for the championship, and today we'll play a pivotal role in that. It's the Yellowwood 500 and a packed house here in Alabama.
Green flag is out. Spooky, spooky, spooky. Let's go racing that.
Talladega Super Speedway.
Oh, yeah.
There is nothing like that roar here at Talladega.
Wow.
Scattered restart.
Cool.
You see
Cool.
Joey Logano leading that second back. Did not get a good launch, but watch what that allows him to do. That space that's between him, now he's able to get a big draft. Let's see if he does anything with it. There he goes, jumps to the outside.
You know, his recent drafting track results, Steve, don't reflect how good he has been prior to that. But he just said, as we ride along with thanks to Hunt Brothers, he said, I consider us one of the favorites today.
Well, absolutely. Anytime Joey Logano gets on a drafting track, you have to have his name circled. But, you know, aggression is a great strategy to win, but it also can put you right in the kind of the eye of the storm. I agree with the plan, but, man, it's hard to stomach. You just see the 21 all the way at the top, 3 wide. I think he'll have some help. And just like that, we are knotted up 3 wide, at least, 12, 13 rows deep.
Chase Briscoe, Michael McDowell, Josh Berry, we're on board with Bubba Wallace with thanks to Xfinity. What a daunting sight.
Joey Logano talked about the importance of getting stage 1 points. I asked him, how aggressive are you going to be? He showed it to you right there. He immediately made it 3 wide, and now here he is in the top 10.
So this race broken up into 3 stages, as are all the Cup races. This one, lap 60 will end stage 1. You can't go that far in fuel. You go about 45 laps, Diff, so everybody kind of positions themselves, knowing a pit stop is required, and that's going to be a big moment in this stage right here.
Bubba Wallace with an aggressive move. Is he going to clear Josh Berry? He does not, but here comes a Toyota teammate behind me for a push.
And down on that low line, look at the 8 for Richard Childress Racing, Kyle Busch. Two-time winner here at Talladega. I like what Logano told you earlier, Jeff, is that he likes the fact that his peers, his competitors, his rivals, they fear him. They know that he's still alive in these playoffs, and they're always watching him where he is, knowing that he is an ever-present threat as he tucks in behind fellow Ford driver Josh Berry.
A lot of talk about the playoffs, but Josh Berry sitting there leading this race. Bubba Wallace, Kyle Busch, who has had just a miserable year of what he wants to forget. Here he is in the front of this pack early in the race. You know that guy right there wants to win.
4 wide in the back now. You see SVG, that white car right in the middle, that bright yellow car, the 12 to his left is Ryan Blaney. 3 wide about Talladega is pretty manageable. 4 wide, you really run out of all the extra room needed. Now we have 4 very clear lanes of traffic. Travel actually wider than the rest of the racetrack.
That's right. It gets really interesting as you funnel down into turn 1. The track actually gets more narrow. It's more room in the trial than there it is right here.
3 rows of 4 wide, crazy. How about Ryan Preece? Sits second, right along that yellow line at the bottom. As it tucks in behind Kyle Busch. Here comes Christopher Bell, Alex Bowman. Riding on board with thanks to BuiltSubmarines.com, this is Keselowski. 6-time winner here at Dega.
4 wide in your mirror now. And you're right with you. You're going to kind of be defensive. 1 lane lower, 1 lane higher. Keep those 2 square. One's going to try to work the outside here. Yep.
I love that. TJ Majors giving the information. He gave that warning about the one working the outside, and there he is, back to 4 wide, right there in the middle. You see it, first lane, or first group 4 wide. Brad Keselowski, 1 from the bottom, the 1 car, and him splitting the middle lane.
That got really tight. Oh, there it is, the 7 car trying to make it 4 wide on the outside. It gives. He made it. He made it work.
Justin Haley was announced earlier this week that he will be looking for a ride in 2026. So he's got this race and 2 more with Spire Motorsports.